Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Christina coming to you from the Catio, and it is a beautiful Memorial Day here in Central Georgia. And before we get started with our convo today, I just want to take a moment to remember and thank all the brave men and women who serve our country and who have given the ultimate sacrifice so we could have our freedoms here in the United States. And I am so proud to be an American and thank each and every one of you for your service. Now, on to today's convo, talking about freedom. The narcissist always thinks that they own you, your property. You have no freedom, you have no rights. They control every aspect of what you are. And whether you decide to leave the relationship, or if you were like me and was discarded, they still feel that they own you, they control you. To a narcissist, you really are not a valuable partner or a friend or a family member. They look at you as no different than an inanimate object that is everyday household use, like a microwave or a toaster. When they need you, they go ahead and will use you, abuse you, drain you of all of your resources, and then put you back up on a shelf until they need you again. And that's even during the relationship. But after the relationship, the narcissists do tend to still think that you belong to them, that they have the control. And that's why going no contact is so important when you're dealing with a narcissistic, abusive person, because they will monitor your every move. They will stalk. Some become obsessive. You just don't know what they're capable of sometimes doing. Now, for me, as I've explained in other videos, I have built this beautiful room, the Catio, for my cats to enjoy. And by the way, Mrs. is hanging out here with us today. But, of course, after the discard and after he broke into my home, and even before that, I always had cameras to monitor the house. Well, since then, I've gotten many more cameras that monitor my property and also my home. And just yesterday, my cameras caught my narcissist abuser just riding his bicycle down this street because he knows there's cameras in the front. Well, he doesn't know that now I have cameras pointing this way. So it's a tactic. I think he's monitoring to see who's at my house, am I home, what I'm up to, what I'm doing, especially after going no contact. He has no way of keeping tabs on me anymore. And to the narcissist, they look at you, because they look at you like you're an item, you will always belong to them. They don't want to see you happy. They don't want to see you moving on and flourishing in your life. And that's one of the things that you have to do to start to heal, is you have to move forward. Once you come to the radical acceptance that this is what you were in, this is what you were dealing with. If you choose, and I hope you do, start therapy, working on yourself. Those are the first steps to healing. But the narcissist doesn't need to see that, doesn't need to know that, because in their mind, they still control you. They still look at you as you belong to them. They can come back and hoover anytime and see if that door is open so they could slide and snake their way back into your life. And they are snakes. And never ever take back a hoover. Once you are done, make sure you are done with the narcissist. They used you and they abused you once before, and if you take them back, it's going to be even worse than what it was when you left or when you were originally discarded. So just remember, you are no one's belonging. You are no one's personal property. They don't get to choose what you do with your life. These are all the next steps in healing and being able to move forward, is no one's controlling you anymore. I'm not just a microwave. I'm not just a toaster. I'm not someone that can just be financially abused, physically abused, verbally abused, and take it anymore. Now it's my time to love myself and to move on. And I will never be that to anyone else again. And no one else will ever have control of me that way. So if you are in a narcissistic, abusive relationship, or even a toxic relationship, and you see that your partner, your friend, your coworker is spending time with you only when it benefits them, only when they can somehow advance their situation, and they don't turn around and do anything for you in return. There's no reciprocation of love, affection, or mutual respect. you might be dealing with a narcissist or a highly toxic person. And they will view you as just a means to an end. And unfortunately, it takes a long time to really grasp that and accept it. But once you go through the radical acceptance of what it is, you will learn that your peace, your sanity has to start with you. And getting out of that relationship is the best thing you could have done for yourself. So always remember that when you're moving out of an abusive relationship, that person still is going to view you and control you, possibly stalk you. Make sure to be safe. Make sure, get cameras on your house. Make sure to change your locks to something that's not easy to be broken into. There's also things you can do, buy and purchase that will jam a door if it's forced open. Buy you some time. Because narcissistic abusers are never going to give up. They will always view you as something that they can come back to and they can use and abuse all day, every day. It is up to us, our responsibility, to make sure that that never happens again. They never get that satisfactory. They never get to use us and discard us in the way that they did. So, anyways, I'm keeping it short today, guys, but I thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, share, anything that's going to help push this content out onto YouTube so more people could have it available. And I hope you all do have a very safe and wonderful Memorial Day weekend. And I guess Mrs. and I are just going to hang out here and enjoy the beautiful Georgia weather. So until next time, guys, take care. Bye.